Narcissists are notorious for dodging responsibility like the plague. Excuses are often a part of their arsenal to avoid accountability and maintain their precious false self image. So, here are some really common themes and excuses that narcs use every day. Number one, blame shifting. Narcissists will often deflect responsibility onto anybody else. It doesn't really matter who. They blame their actions on someone else or an external circumstance rather than admitting their fault. So you might hear the excuses like, well, you made me do this, or someone else made me do this, respectively. Well, yeah, but this only happened because, well, you made me do this. This isn't my fault. I was forced to act like this. And usually the other person whose fault it is you. Number two, minimizing. They might downplay their behavior, making it seem far less significant or harmful than it actually is. And this can also include trivializing the impact of their actions on other people. Some examples of this minimalizing, marginalizing behavior might be things like, you're really making a big deal out of nothing. I don't know why this bothers you. It doesn't bother me. And you know what? It doesn't bother anybody else either. Like, it's just you and it's not a big deal. You're the only one that has an issue here. Nobody else thinks that this is a big deal, just you. I don't know why you are blowing this so out of proportion. It's not like that. Number three, gaslighting. Narcissists might distort reality and manipulate others into questioning their own perceptions and memories. They might deny things that they've said or done to make their victims feel very confused and begin to question their own sanity. Examples of gaslighting include, but are definitely not limited to, some of the following. I never said that. You're crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about. You really might want to go get some help because I'm starting to think there's something wrong with your upstairs. You didn't hear that. Stop making things up. I don't know where you get this super overactive imagination from, but yeah, don't do that. Are you on a journey of healing from narcissistic abuse? You're not alone. As a survivor myself, I understand the complexities of this journey. And that's why I offer a safe space for you to share your experiences and receive empathetic support right over the phone. I provide personalized counseling sessions tailored to your own unique needs. Whether you're struggling with self-doubt, boundary setting, or navigating the aftermath of abuse, I'm here to listen, validate, and guide you towards healing. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, the information is available on the screen for you now and available down in the video description. Number four, victim playing. Narcissists might portray themselves as the victim in a situation, even when they are the ones who caused all the harm and all the trouble. They might use their past experiences and hardships to cry sob stories about things. So you might hear the excuses and you might hear them whining about things. This kind of stuff always happens to me. I didn't even do anything. They wouldn't even give me any time to try to fix something. They might say things like, someone's picking on me. This really isn't fair. We've all heard a narc play a victim. We don't have to go on forever about it. Number five, justification. Now, what a narc might try to do here is provide several seemingly logical reasons for their behavior, often emphasizing their own needs or desires and justifications. It's always going to be about them, even though they're giving a justification. A narcissist might try to gaslight you into seeing how the justification is solid. Well, I had to do this because ABCXYZ. They insert that justification. They might try to guilt trip. You are always going to hear why they need to do something. And you'll notice it's always because there's some kind of benefit in it for them. One of the craziest excuses and justifications that I ever heard was when I realized the narc was committing fraud. And I confronted them on this fraud. They looked at me very plainly and said, well, I need to pay rent. I mean, what do you want me to do? That right there is justifying really despicable behavior. Number six, please pity me. Narcs often seek sympathy and validation from others by exaggerating their own struggles. Again, this is very similar to victim playing victim mentality. It's always somebody else's fault. Somebody else made them do it. You've heard all the bullshit. Again, I don't have to elaborate here. But pity me, feel sorry for me, give me sympathy, give me empathy, despite the fact that they will never provide anything for anyone else. Number 7, revising history. Who doesn't love good old revisionist history? They might conveniently forget or distort facts in order to suit their narrative, making it difficult for other people to hold them accountable for their actions. And a lot of revisionist history revolves around gaslighting. A narc will tell you they don't know what you're talking about or that never happened. The conversation might default to classic lines of gaslighting. You're insane, you're stupid, you're not smart enough to understand what really happened here. Things like that. And these excuses serve to protect the narc's fragile ego and maintain that superiority that they feel they have over other people. It's important for people who have to deal with narcs to recognize that these are the tactics and the excuses that narcs are giving them. And it's really important to work on standards and boundaries to protect yourself. So, what are the biggest excuses you've ever heard from a narcissist? Share all of that with me down below in the comments. Consider subscribing if you found this video helpful. It's easy, free, and it helps me try to reach as many survivors as possible. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.